Let's get one thing clear here. Nobody, and I mean nobody, had the Vancouver Whitecaps being the greatest team in Major League Soccer in 2025. Not a single pundit, preview, preseason power ranking, or half-drunk Twitter thread had Vancouver sitting atop the league, let alone running the table. This was a team most expected to be fighting for a playoff spot at best, a mid-table crew, a scrappy underdog. But here we are, halfway through 2025, and the Vancouver Whitecaps are showing you this is not a fluke, this is not a hot streak, but this is a statement. From the first whistle, you can tell this is a complete mindset shift. From the very first match this season, something felt different. This team isn't playing desperate, they're playing confident. There's a swagger to the way that they build out the back, press the opposition, and dominate possession. Every pass has purpose, every run has intent. They're no longer the team that's trying to stay alive in these games, they're the team dictating how the game is going to go. At the time of writing, Vancouver is first in goals scored, first in fewest goals conceded, first in shot creating actions per 90, first in breaking the hearts of every MLS fantasy manager who didn't pick up Brian White. We gotta talk about Brian White for a second too, because what he's doing for this club is historic. The man bagged a hat trick and then added a fourth goal in a single match against Austin FC like it was a casual Sunday run out. He's now tied for the MLS Golden Boot lead, and honestly, the United States men's national team should give him a call, because can things really get any worse there right now? The real engine behind this transformation? Head coach Jesper Sorenson. The Danish boss has pulled off something we rarely see in Major League Soccer, a total tactical overhaul that actually works. He's turned the group of largely the same players from last season into a cohesive, dangerous, elite-level club. This isn't about big spending or some superstar addition. This is about coaching. Jesper has installed a high possession system with structured pressing, quick transitional play, and most importantly, belief. The midfield isn't folding under pressure anymore. The defense isn't held together with duct tape. Every player understands their role and executes it with purpose. And this isn't a knock on former coach either by any means. Vanny brought energy, passion, and charisma. He was a fan favorite for a reason. But the truth is, he was the people's coach, not necessarily the tactician that this team needed. Sorensen, on the other hand, is the coach's coach. He's tactical, disciplined, and focused. Same squad, different identity, and the difference is night and day. This Whitecaps team doesn't panic. They don't bunker down when facing top-tier opposition. They don't melt when going behind early. They regroup. They respond. They press harder. Statistically, they're top 5 in defensive tackles and interceptions, showing not just defensive grit, but organization. What's so impressive about them doing all this and seeing all the success is that they're doing it without arguably their greatest player. Yes, Ryan Gault, the engine of this team, has been sidelined since matchday 3 due to an injury. He went down just 24 minutes into their clash with Montreal and hasn't been seen since. Expected back in late April, hopefully sooner, his return could turn an already dominant team into a flat-out nightmare for the rest of the league. Think about this. Vancouver has 17 goals in their last 8 matches without him. Now you add this creative force into this already dominant team, and the possibilities and what they can achieve is endless. Let's give some love to Jayden Nelson, because the Canadian international has stepped up in a big way. He leads the team in assists and has looked absolutely electric on the ball. Nelson's emergence is a big reason the Whitecaps haven't missed a beat without Gault, and the big reason Canada's national team should be smiling too. Between the pipes, their goalkeeper hasn't had too much work to do, and that's a good thing. But when he has to show up, he's looking phenomenal. Quick off his line, calm with the ball, always in position. It's the type of quality elite goalkeeping you only notice when it's not there. Forget Major League Soccer as a whole. Look at what they're doing in the Concacaf Champions League as well. When Inter Miami made their run through the Concacaf Champions Cup, nobody batted an eye. But that's what happens when you have Lionel Messi and friends. It's expected. But Vancouver, not only are they keeping pace, they might be looking better. Vancouver is a team that will actually bring a continental trophy back to Canada, and not by riding the coattails of a global icon. Let's not forget, just a few months ago, there were rumors and whispers about a potential relocation of our Vancouver Whitecaps, a move to a place with quote-unquote market value. In other words, the United States. Vegas always comes to mind for me, but now, not anymore. That entire conversation has been buried in this team's success. Vancouver is packed. The fans are loud. The results are there. The story of this team leaving the city is now about as likely as Neymar signing in Chicago.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
This isn't San Jose 2.0. This is a team that is finally getting that also deserved foundation. Listen, I know it's still somewhat early, but is it too early to be that bold and say the best team in Major League Soccer isn't in LA? It's not in New York, it's not in Miami, but it's right here in Vancouver.